Halo guys, dan di sini welcome to my channel. Halo, ini suaraku ada kan? Oh ya udah. Guys, sekarang apa deh? Ada apa cok? Event Napas sang Windblume. Ini ngomongin apa ya eventnya? Senjatanya Claimer. Peringatan Capable Gara Quest Story atau Archon? Oh, dua-duanya dong. Quest Archon dan Quest Story chapter apa ini? Aduh, nih, tapi melakukan itu akan mempengaruhi pengalaman bermainmu. Kamu mungkin akan menemui karakter yang belum dikenal. Ya, siapa sih yang belum dikenal? Oke deh.
Ada karakter baru cok yang dari Monster tuh siapa?
Siapa?
Lupa gue namanya. Yang cowok. Siapa? Ada baru cok. Bintang 4 siapa sih? Rambutnya
kuning. Siapa sih, gue juga lupa.
Yang rambutnya kuning kayak kafe. Cok. Foto doang diserang gue.
Foto doang diserang.
Alah, tolong lah.
Let's go see. Menuju quest. Ikuti target. Gimana itu? Anjay, 5.000 km. Oh, di Mondstadt. Gue kira di Sumeru ini ya. Berarti Kole juga transfer atau? Kole juga di Mondstadt.
Iya. Si ini juga Cino
enggak tuh. Gue kira dia masih sibuk dengan tugas-tugas di Sumeru. Apaan nih, kok ada pot? Oh, dihias-hias gini nih.
Iya, keren kan?
Taman airnya dihias. Bisa gue tembusin nggak? Oh enggak. Manjat ke potnya. Gila, potnya realistis loh. Nggak cuma visual doang. Ini bisa. Pot yang di tengah kota tuh. Teleport lu terus turun, terus ada air pancur. Gila, jalannya dikasih karpet biru loh. Udah kayak ada bangsawan mau lewat.
Good day, you two. It's nice to see you here at this festive time.
Oh, ini sebetulnya festival ya?
I'm afraid I'd struggle to find you any commissions in the near future. With the arrival of the Windblume Festival, the only task most Mondstadters are busy with is preparing gifts for their loved ones. But it's customary to do this oneself without assistance. Think of this period as the off-season for the Mondstadt branch of the Adventurers Guild. Spring is here, love is in the air, and everyone wants to relax and enjoy themselves. Even the cats at the tavern next door have been getting lovey-dovey with one another recently.
Ew, gross. You know that feeling you get when you burst out the doors after a nice nap, hoping to make it to the store before the limited edition drinks sell out, only to get there just in time to see the last two glasses snatched away right from under your nose by a couple of pesky lovebirds? That's what this feels like.
Perhaps you two could simply take this chance to...
Traveler, Paimon, thank goodness I found you. There's something I need your help with.
Whoa! Sucrose?
Ooh, Sucrose?
What is wrong with you? That's no way to greet a friend we haven't seen in so long.
No, not help like in the Windblume sense. It's just... How do I explain?
Go
ahead, Sucrose. We don't have anything else to do right now anyway.
Phew. Okay. Here's the situation. I've been appointed as the Windblume Festival's special ambassador by the Knights of Favonius this year. My task is to do good deeds for people during this festival of gratitude and love.
Nice one! So how did they decide who to appoint anyway?
They spun an empty bottle donated by Angel's Share inside a circle with all our names on it. Whoever's name the bottle stopped at got chosen.
Orang Mondstadt kadang memang seenaknya ya.
I think so too. But But everyone said that it was to make it fair, so everyone had an equal chance to become the special ambassador. The thing is, I'm not great at dealing with people, so I was really daunted by it at
suruh
first.
bergaul dengan orang-orang.
But I'm still glad that I got this role.
Aku merasa gugup sekali awalnya.
I came up with a way to spur myself on, which has helped. Have a look.
Apa nih? Tabung kaca buat kimia.
Is that a test tube?
Tabung reaksi, ampun namanya.
Yep, every time I do a good deed for someone, I get them to breathe into a test tube. That way, I can collect everyone's breaths of joy.
Sounds fascinating. Are you gonna use them in your research?
Yes. I believe these breaths of joy will serve as valuable raw materials for alchemical transmutation. With any luck,
Buah apel
I'll be
super
able to
manis.
produce something truly miraculous.
Darn, now Paimon's hungry. Wait, you're doing this on purpose, aren't you?
Muka Paimon juga
Actually,
cacat banget.
I meant something even more exciting than that. I can't say for sure until I have more test results to confirm my hypothesis, though. Alchemists mustn't make claims they can't live up to. Anyway, I'm still missing one final breath of joy.
Oh, is that all you need help with? That's easy.
That's
Just
easy.
treat Paimon to a sweet madam. Then you'll get your last breath of joy.
Napas
Hey,
air
come
manis.
on! Paimon's doing her best to help, okay? So, does it need to be more like official or ceremonious or something?
No, joy isn't
Betul,
measured in those
berapa ya?
terms at all.
Jam
Let me put it this way.
11.
Have you ever planted a fruit seed and cared for it while it grows?
Bisa lah Archon gue sampai kelar.
In the same way that
Bukan
those
Archon,
tender,
bukan
sweet
Steven.
fruits are the product of your time and effort, the amount of joy derived from an experience is positively correlated to the degree of hardship overcome during it.
Apaan
For
hari ini
example,
lockdown?
in my case,
Bukan yang baru.
I
Apaan,
would
Cuk?
say that to experience a
Oh,
statistically
Ivan.
significant amount of
Kayak
joy, I'd have to do something like
Pakai siapa ya?
spend 6
IM
months
kan?
developing a medicine formula
Iya.
to a point where it
Iya,
was
siapa sih?
finally consistently
Random banget.
effective. Similarly, in order to collect a
siapa sih?
significant amount of joy from
Mau
other
juga
people,
bingung.
I have to find ways
Yo-yo.
to do something sufficiently
Yo-yo,
challenging
pull
on their
arm.
behalf.
Oh, iya, ini full
gets it
up.
now.
Siapa coba yang
Long
IM
story
pakai itu?
short, you want us to help you find people for you to help. Oh,
Apakah
that's
dia
pretty tough given that it's the
Sebenarnya
Windblume
dulu.
Festival and all.
Oh,
itu cowok?
I figured since you're such experienced
Oh
travelers,
iya sih, ini
you might
kafe ya?
have some ideas.
Kafe cowok.
But if
Cafe
even
bukannya
you don't know
orang
how to
ya?
approach this,
Kafe dia pakai ini, senjata gede, Great Sword.
yes,
Kafe bukannya ini
you're
ya?
right.
Kafe itu katalis. Tapi dia ngeluarinnya tuh claymore.
Talking anyway.
Kan bisa muter-muter dia.
Iya itu
Don't
katalis.
work out. Can
Habis
Paimon
dihancur.
still get that sweet madam?
Perutnya muter-muter
Come on,
gitu kan.
traveler. This is a festival of gratitude and love after all. How could you refuse?
Aneh bener tuh.
Excuse me, Sucrose? Could I borrow you for a second? Package for you.
Paket for you, Sucrose.
Oh, sure.
Oh, sure.
Baju apa baju?
Be right back.
Baizu. Apa ya? Oh, lupa. Instagram.
Wait, is that who Paimon
Baju
thinks
baca
it is? That's Kale, right?
That's
When
Cole,
did she
right?
arrive at Mondstadt?
I like that.
Cole di Mondstadt. Kenapa di Mondstadt?
Nah,
Let's go say hi.
si Sayu.
Sayu. Kalau buat nge-heal sih ATK ya. ATK yang tinggi. Festival Windblume bagian 1. Perjumpaan manusia berbagai bangsa. Iya kan tadi nggak usah baca.
Dia bisa
Perjumpaan
bagi-bagi.
manusia berbagai bangsa.
Bagi bisa nggak sih? Sayu.
Kale,
Gak bisa ya?
Orang sih.
oh,
Ngehil sama suara doang kan ya?
what are the chances?
Iya.
You were staring into space just now. Something the matter?
Berarti artefaknya attack semua nih.
No, don't worry.
Bagaimana?
I'm fine.
Yang bukan attack persen
I
ya,
was
tapi
just
attack
looking at a
flat.
Mondstadt
Iya nggak sih?
children's book in the
Attack
souvenir
flat
shop
tau
over there.
Atau ada attack
While I
persen?
was flipping through it,
Atau gua?
a piece of paper fell out.
Attack persen lah bang.
The writing on it
statnya.
was really mysterious,
Wah, attack persen ya?
almost like a prophecy.
Main
If
statnya
you
apa nih?
can do these things, you may light the lantern of
Main stat mah gak ada attack flat.
utmost
nih.
joy and receive a supreme blessing.
Attack semua gitu.
And
Gak
what
ada
does
CD.
these
CR.
things refer to?
Gak tau buat Tohil kan. Gue juga baca-baca
Find
gitu
a
sih kayak
flower
salah gak
that
sih
is
gue?
not of this world. Find
Oh,
a
gua belum makin
guide
sayur,
who
Cok.
will never
Sayang banget
get
C3 nih.
lost. Find
Gua
one
channel.
who would never
Gue
lie.
jalan-jalan doang.
Find a
Oh,
legend that never
udah dibul.
ends. So, 4
Udah
things in
level
total.
80.
Here, have a look.
Alah, gue bul dah ini sayur.
I
Kasihan.
asked a lady who owns the store about it, but she said that she didn't know anything about any paper slips.
Yahoo Art Majinuna Flurry. Oh ya, attack ya? 115%
Hi there. Sorry to butt in, but
attack.
what's the name of that storybook you just mentioned?
Oh, it was called The Boar Princess.
The Boar Princess, Putri Babi Hutan.
That is strange. I've read that
Iya,
book,
senjatanya.
and it sounds like that note you found has
My
no
Red
relation
Flower.
to the story at all.
Anjas, namanya keren. My Red Flower.
Do you know her?
My Red Flower.
Let Paimon do the honors. Kale, this is Sucrose, an alchemist with the Knights of Favonius. And Sucrose, meet Kale.
Selama
She's a
8 detik setelah
trainee
melempar skill
forest
mengenai
ranger
musuh,
from
reaksi
Sumeru's
negatif
Avidia Forest.
akan meningkatkan
Hello.
plus attack.
Hi.
Elemental
Hai.
Mastery meningkatkan. Wow, ini buat ini, Cok. Bagusnya buat yang DPS. Dendro bagusnya.
Lucu anjir kalau sama Sukros diem-diem.
This is getting awkward
Emang
fast.
Dua-duanya pemalu banget.
So, Sucrose, what are your thoughts on this prophecy? Could it
Biasalah.
be real?
Biasalah.
Without having done any
Anjir,
research,
FDM-nya naik
I
90.
couldn't comment definitively.
Hmm.
But if
Yes,
you
jatuhnya
want
apa
my
jadi? Cocok
subjective opinion, I don't think that
Sayo.
it's a nasty prank or
Sakri.
anything.
Saya satu sakri.
The
Sayur
only
senjatanya
people
apa?
who read children's
Gua
books
prototype.
are those with a
Gua
childlike
salah-salah
wonder and
sih.
imagination.
Waduh.
Or children, of course. I'm sure that whoever put this
Yang di-
prophecy
yang
there
di
would
craft.
understand that.
Oh, ini
But they
prototype.
really do this just to spread
Organic.
lies and ruin someone's innocence?
Oh,
I can't imagine anyone being so cruel.
Iya salah-salah sih gue juga.
That's a great take. I love
Di
it.
prototype gue pasang tadi gue lupa. Gue level 40 apa prototype-nya?
Who would want to hurt a
Gue
child's
level 90.
feelings? Okay, so what do you think the blessing
Lagi
is,
males aja
Sucrose?
sih. Buat nge-heal 1000-2000 lumayan lah. Pas lagi daily.
If I had to guess, maybe a fairy that can make people's wishes come true or something? I haven't read many fairy tales, so this is pure speculation. With no other information on hand or prior research to compare against, I'm afraid it might not even be worth considering.
Wow. Her guesswork is really good, though. I want to pick her
Dia
brain
pinter
some
banget
more.
menebak. Aku masih mau
But
ngayal lagi.
will she find
Tapi
it
kalau ditanya
annoying
terus
if I
dia
keep
nanti kesel
asking
nggak
her
ya?
questions? We've only just met after all. What's the best thing to say to
Apa
someone
sih
you're
itu
meeting
kalimat
for the
andalan
first time?
buat yang baru kenal?
Well, yes. I mean, if
Kalimat andalan
possible.
untuk orang yang baru kenal.
Then, what would you wish for, Kale?
I'd wish for a
Di college jaketnya ada kupluknya ya.
better personality.
Uh-huh.
Gaul dia, Cok. Pakai hoodie.
You can't waste it on that.
Hoodie.
You've got a great personality already.
Pakai healing
That's
bonus.
very
ya.
kind of you.
Attack healing bonus.
But if you
Healing
know me
bonus ya,
like I
boleh.
do,
Lu bakal yang healing bonus ya masuk akal.
I know that voice. It's
Oh ada ember.
Senjatanya energi recharge berarti.
Ember. Ada ember.
Kale.
Ember lagi.
You made
Itu-
good time, huh? Way
Ember.
earlier than I expected.
Koi, Cok. Si
I
Ember.
spotted your green hair way off in the distance.
Apa ya?
Good thing my eyes are
Ember,
sharp,
best friend
or I'd
Koi.
have missed you.
Iya best line of vote. Aduh sakit.
Have you been doing well?
Punya
you
apa?
finish all the
Simbol
pita pockets
pramuka.
I brought you
Simbol
last
pramuka nggak tuh?
You bet. They're getting yummier each time you make them.
Dengan ember kan scout.
Wait, remind Paimon, have you been to Mondstadt before? Mm-hmm. A long time ago, I
Ini saya
had a
narik nih.
lot of help from a lot of people here in Mondstadt.
Narik enggak?
So ever since
Enggak
my
ya?
Alizar
Enggak.
got better, I've been looking out for an opportunity to come back to Mondstadt and tell them all the news that I've been cured.
Bagus lah.
Thanks.
Thanks.
If it's okay with everyone, why don't I take Kale for a walk around town? I'd like to show her some of the places she didn't get to see last time.
Of course. Fine by me.
Sure, go right ahead.
Sure, let's go ahead.
Sorry, Amber. I agreed to meet my traveling companions by the city gate in a few minutes, so I can't go with you just yet.
Oh, that's all right. In that case, you guys go rest up, and I'll go see Master Jean to ask for some time off.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Traveler Sucrose, could you look after Kale for now? I'll come get her later and take her out. There's still a whole bunch of people I need to introduce her to.
Sure, no problem.
Sure, no problem.
Awesome. See you later then.
See you later then. Murahan ya Allah.
You alright there, Kale?
Gak sembuh-sembuh
You
aja.
look kinda disappointed.
Apanya?
Beli ini.
I'm sorry. I'm just feeling a little shy today. Don't worry about me.
Gak sembuh-sembuh itu loh.
Amber wants to introduce me to more of her friends.
Oh, batuk
Am
kuat.
I gonna be able to cope? I've only met Sucrose so far. I'm already struggling to make
Bunga.
conversation.
Suruh beliin bapak lo.
I wish I had a little more self-confidence.
Udah nih.
Then I'd find it much easier to
Macam
make
peko
friends
ya.
with people. It's nearly time!
50 dapat satu
Let's
ini.
go to the gate and see if they've arrived.
Skornya lama ya. Efek hijau gila, mewah banget gila monster. Kelas ya, kelas. Ada cutscene. Cino sama Tignari.
Why is this humble windmill such a great view?
Tapi kenapa enak sekali
I mean,
dilihatnya
it's
ya?
understandable.
Gila
It must have
ngomongnya.
been a long time since you last
Cuma
came to Mondstadt.
hanya cuma kincir angin
Because it
biasa,
is the
tapi
true
kenapa sangat menarik?
great Vayu Viastra.
Maha muter. Maha muter.
Oh, come on. Don't tell me you don't get it. View, Vayu, and also Mahamatra, Vayu Viastra.
Ayo biasa.
No?
No. Anjir jokesnya jelek banget.
Dino, over here!
Whew, am I glad to see you.
Untung ketemu kalian. Tignari ngasih angin ke Cino dong.
And who's this young lady?
Who's this young lady?
Master, this is Sucrose, an alchemist with the Knights of Favonius. We just met.
We just met.
Sucrose, this is my teacher Tainari. He's a highly respected forest watcher in Sumeru, and he's also a very famous botanist.
But
Kale's exaggerating. I'm Tainari. Pleased to meet you.
So you have a teacher as well. The pleasure is
Oh ya,
all
Kolek punya
mine,
guru,
Tainari,
Sucrose
sir.
punya guru ya?
Yep, he's extremely knowledgeable too. And this is General Mahamatra Sino of the Sumeru
General
Academia.
Mahamatra.
He's really famous in Sumeru as well.
Greetings.
Greetings.
Though if I might say so, we're purely here for personal reasons. You needn't be unduly concerned with our official positions.
Cimiku.
And Kale, there's no need to use my
Miku
full
siapa?
title.
Oh,
Sino is fine.
cewek
Or sir,
apa?
if you
Angin.
absolutely must.
Ya angin siapa sih namanya?
Indeed. We're not here in an official capacity, just to keep Kale company on her vacation.
Faruza.
Keep
Yeah.
me company? But it was you
Lu
two
punya
that
Farzan?
insisted on coming.
Kale is very important to us.
Oh,
We felt obliged to ensure her safety on the long, treacherous journey to Mondstadt.
But I've been
Ada
here on my
warna.
own loads of times before.
animonya 2 tuh 1.
Satu dua kan dia. BPS.
Buffnya
What
siapa?
about your work though? What if something
Dia
bad
bukan ya?
happens while the General Mahamatra's away?
Gak ada.
There should be no issues.
Pakai ini.
I have left my duties in the hands of my subordinates, and 2 especially reliable helpers.
Oh, Sucrose. What were you saying about you having a teacher as well?
Gini orang.
I was just going
Pakai
to
senjata
mention
langit.
that
Sakit lah jelas.
I think we're in a somewhat similar situation. I'm an assistant to Mr. Albedo, Mondstadt's genius
Sekali
alchemist.
panas sakit banget gila.
Please,
20.000.
Sucrose. Genius is an unnecessary epithet. It will serve only to leave an exaggerated
Wait, wait,
impression of me in the minds of our guests.
Mr. Albedo,
Mr. Avedo.
but it is an objective truth.
Hey, Albedo's here too! great! The more
Abiru
the
dadakan
merrier.
muncul. Seorang saling memperkenalkan diri.
So tell me, Sucrose, since your specialty is bioalchemy, what do you know about the antitoxic properties of the calla lily?
Bioalchemy.
Wait! Can we hold off on the nerdy topic for now? Paimon doesn't want to be left out.
Oh, as it happens, I've studied the calla lily in quite some detail before, with it being a species native to Mondstadt. I wrote a whole report on my findings. If you're interested, Mr. Tainari, sir, I can go get it for you.
We're supposed to be here on vacation, and you're already thinking about how to improve your herbal medicines? Also, I thought we'd agreed to take on new identities for this trip.
Ya sekarang 3.5
New
Cok.
identities.
Mine was Adventurer Sino, skilled desert explorer. Tainari's was technological consultant to the treasure hoarders. And Kale's was traveling musician.
Kamu seneng main kayak gitu ya?
Very much so.
Very much so.
I do wish some of the less cautious adventurers in the
Garing
Avidya
kampret sih, no.
forest would consider coming to Mondstadt instead.
Garing dia.
What Philanimo mushrooms lack in texture, they make up for in not causing vomiting or diarrhea.
Yang itu bukan sih yang sama Zhongli itu pernah nggak lo meme-nya di Instagram?
Are you contemplating using some compounds from the calla lily as
Terus
active
Zhongli berubah jadi
ingredients in a
kodok terus
targeted
lompat.
antidote?
Yes, I gathered a few on the way here, and my initial research suggests to me that it could be worth a try.
Okay, I got it.
Okay, I got it.
As much as I don't wish to be a wet blanket, it takes a huge amount of experimental data to conclusively prove how different drugs interact. Estimating the total development time would be very difficult. Add in the time for procurement and delivery of essential materials, and I'm not sure if we could complete development before you need to return.
Albedo gambar apa itu?
Then please, allow me to help.
Allow me to help.
Mr. Albedo,
Mr. Albedo.
Apologies for my tardy entrance in the present discussion. I understand you're looking to make an antidote for poisonous fungi, correct? If you happen to have some samples with you, or relevant documentation on hand, perhaps you might give me the chance to review them later. But before that, I invite the three of you to look at this.
Invite you. Akomodasi salah satu properti Tuan God, prioritas area atau area penerimaan tamu. Makanan. Makan bersama pada hari pertama, setelah itu semua bebas makan di restoran dan kedai manapun di dalam kota. Selain itu, fasilitas catering mandiri akan disiapkan di penginapan. Aktivitas dan mempertimbangkan minat tamu siapa tamu kami, aku Sucrose, aku nih, aduh. Timos dan beberapa profesionalis dapat menemani mereka untuk jalan-jalan pembagian kelompok dapat dilakukan jika diperlukan. Dapat dikumpulkan dengan berbagai cara, misalnya seperti dari ini souvenir. With Ruin apa ini nggak tahu, pengumpulan di alam liar, produksi alkimia, kerajinan tangan nggak tahu. Tambahkan pada bodani, urusan resmi belum diperlukan.
Food and lodging arrangements.
Makanan dan
Were you quietly
akomodasi.
writing this up the whole time? Paimon didn't even notice.
Hardly. Rather, I should apologize for interrupting a serious discussion between trained professionals, especially after they've traveled so far to be here, when I myself am neither an adventurer, nor a technological consultant, nor a musician. Nevertheless, I would encourage you to have a knowledgeable local arrange your detailed itinerary while you're in Mondstadt. Take a look, and should you find anything here to be objectionable, it can easily be adjusted.
This is too kind of you. These arrangements are quite excellent.
It looks great! Even Paimon feels like tagging along for the food and board.
Di jadwalnya nggak ada nama Paimon.
That's why it's called tagging along.
Very comprehensive. The adventurer, technological consultant, and musician all approve. Thank you.
Just one thing. We'd like the chance to cook as well. Why don't we change the group dinner to a camping and cooking trip?
I'll help pitch the tents.
I can help too.
And Paimon will take her to Good Hunter to order some starters. Mondstadt's cold cut platter is not to be missed.
Great, then it's decided. Sucrose and I will bring the three of you to your inn for a quick rest. You two, let's meet by the lake this evening.
Pesan masakan di Good Hunter. Good Hunter, oh di Good Hunter. Sarah, pelayan Good Hunter.
Hey Sarah, can we have a cold cut platter to go?
Cold cut platter to go.
Coming right up.
Sure, coming right now.
Would you like anything else?
Do we, want anything else?
Mata Paimon ada emasnya, gila. Itu saja cukup.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, that'll be all.
Aku berubah pikiran, tambah sweet me demi.
Yay! You're the best person in the whole wide world!
Ketawa dong sarangnya.
Paimon will give you the sweet flower from that sweet madame as a windblume.
Oh, sekolah nanti kekenyangan.
No need to worry about that. Paimon can make room for good food.
Kapan sih Paimon nolak makanan?
All right.
Ya
Just a
Paimon nggak
moment.
berubah-berubah ya, nggak dewasa berarti. Gue mikirin gitu dong, nggak dewasa.
That was great.
That was great.
If that was a Windblume treat, then Paimon wishes it could be the Windblume Festival every day.
Genshin kan lahir 2020. 20 udah 1 ya? Udah tahun 21, udah 2 tahun, tapi umurnya kayak nggak ada perubahan kan. Tapi gimana sih, ya ampun, jauh banget. Perkemahan di pojokan. Duh, pintu keluarnya gimana lagi? Nah, ini dia. Itu apa? Oh, di sini juga di apa ya? Dihias ya. Renovasi nggak tuh? Camping.
All right, looks like we're all here.
Kami tidak telat kan?
Not at all. We just came early to set everything up, since we happen to be free today.
Ini
Holly
single.
put up the tent so quickly, but still managed to tie very sturdy knots. You can really tell that she's a professional.
Dia pro
I
banget.
didn't do much apart from passing materials around.
Thanks.
Thanks.
It's all thanks to Master and Sino. They taught me everything I know.
What can I say? For a skilled adventurer, this is just another day on the job.
Are you quite finished? Or were you going to sing each other's praises till the moon rises? Come on, let's all sit down.
Aduh. Semua orang mengeluarkan bahan makanan dan memulai masak. Pas makan enak, semuanya pun duduk mengelilingi api unggun.
That sunshine sprat was really very good. I didn't watch you cook it, but I believe that the prominent umami flavor of the dish owes itself to more than the fish alone.
That's correct. Any further deductions?
Ada pengamatan
Let
lain
me
lagi.
think. The aroma was quite
Makanan
uniform,
diamatin dong, pengamatan
like that of a
lainnya
spice
ada
blend.
nggak?
It was also unfamiliar to me, so I would venture that it was a Mondstadt specialty. As far as edible Mondstadt plant species are concerned, calla lilies are usually used in soups. So if I had to guess,
Kala lili buat
small
sup.
lampgrass?
Small lemongrass.
That's right.
That's right.
I've long heard that Sumeru's fish with cream sauce is noted for its gentle texture, which brings out the tenderness of the fish.
Gila bahasa
Here in
makanan,
Mondstadt,
terus diteliti dong, ya
we're not
ampun.
quite as varied in the use of spices as in Sumeru,
Makan rasa yang
but
khas lewat
the
kombinasi
principle of
bahan
bringing certain
alami,
distinct
siap.
flavors to the forefront through combinations of natural ingredients is very much the same.
I liked it a lot.
It's all the same.
I'm curious as to the exact ratio of ingredients.
Rasio
I'll write a
campuran
copy of the
bumbu,
recipe for
gila.
you.
Would anyone like to try the nutrient-dense meal I made?
Oke, mis buat masakan.
I'll have some.
Rasio bumbunya gimana tuh, berapa
What about you,
takarannya?
Kale? It doesn't look like you've eaten very much. Is your appetite low at the moment?
No. I just don't eat a lot normally.
Aku biasa sedikit makannya. Kole punya penyakit apa namanya? Al-Azhar.
Sorry. I didn't mean to make things awkward.
Tainari,
Al-Azhar.
while we were on the road, we spotted something white, walking on two legs.
King on two legs.
Was that Paimon?
Which day was this?
Just after passing through Stonegate.
Stonegate.
Sino, are you sure your eyes were working that day? Or maybe your hood was blocking your vision?
Kehalangan tudung kepalamu.
Paimon always flies. There's no way she'd ever walk.
Is that right?
Apaan tuh kaki putih napak di jalan? Bukan Paimon
I
kan?
thought that you'd made me snacked on too many local ground nuts.
Siapa anjir? Siapa? Garing anjir. Kacau sana.
Not funny.
Not funny.
Ground, you know, as in ground up, but also the ground. Ground nuts make you fall to the ground.
Kenapa nggak ada yang menyela? Kenapa nggak ada yang bilang dia garing?
Kocok.
Ya ampun, kasihan banget. Aduh. Gua save ah.
Think of this as part of the process of getting to know Sino. On the bright side, these jokes show that he thinks of you as his
Ngegaring
friends.
begini artinya dia sedang merasa dekat dengan kalian.
Still, we could test the hypothesis.
What hypothesis?
That plant species indigenous to Mondstadt may have an effect on the motor functions of flying life forms.
Hey! Paimon's not your test subject! Anyway, by your logic, wouldn't that mean that eating, say, zaitun peaches, that would make a sick Paimon peachy in no time or
Sehat
something?
walafiat. Paimon makan lavender melon juga jadi melon terbang kan?
Hey! Not you too! I think the Traveler and Paimon's conversations are more entertaining than Sino's jokes.
I see. You must have been keeping quiet about this grievance for quite some time now.
You seem much cheerier now that you're here at Mondstadt, Sino. Actually, it feels like you're a completely different person.
That's because I'm Sino the Adventurer.
Gak lucu ah.
It's not?
In fairness, you only saw him in his work mode while you were in Sumeru. He's actually like this most of the time when he's in a good mood.
Yep, it's true. Sometimes when he's eating, he'll grumble about how the bowl is too shallow for the amount of food it contains and other random stuff like that.
I understand.
Gua jam 10 nanti
And
harus
allow
beli
me to
makan.
reintroduce myself.
Gua kelas dari jam 11 sampai jam 5
Before,
loh.
you knew me as
Nggak
General
sempat makan
Mahamatra
siang.
Sino. Now,
Beristirahat.
please see me as
Saya
Sino
20
the
menit doang, nggak
Adventurer.
sempet turun tangga naik tangga.
Yeah, so that's another thing he does.
Kelas di lantai
He'll keep
4.
repeating
Ganti
something he
kelas
thinks
nanti
is
di
funny
lantai
until you
berapa?
stop trying to resist.
Ganti kelas di lantai 5.
So you have two different mental states? Almost like different phases of matter. Interesting. I want to learn to do that too.
I think in your case, the two states we would end up with would be highly conscientious sucrose and stupefied sucrose.
Sucrose
by
versi
the way,
pintar dan sucrose
was
versi
there any
bengong.
reason in particular that you chose Mondstadt as your destination on this occasion?
Oh, well, Lisa once told me that the Windblume Festival is one of Mondstadt's biggest events of the year. I wanted to take this opportunity to give everyone a Windblume as a token of my heartfelt gratitude for everything they've done to look after me.
Plus, it was a good chance for Kale to get out and meet some new people.
Kale Lily.
Kale Lily. Kale Lily.
Kale's Windblume. Maybe she should call it a Kale Lily. It sounds very Mondstadt.
Dari mukanya kasihan banget.
There's also cauliflower, which would technically make more
Kembang
sense.
kole.
But somehow it doesn't sound as nice.
Cacat. Garing kampret sumpah.
Moving swiftly on.
Wow, he just completely ignored the joke and carried on the conversation. Just sometimes that's the only way forward.
Sumeru's been through some major changes recently, and things at work have only just started to calm down. I don't get many opportunities to take a vacation, and this was a chance to join Kale on her trip while also learning a few things about Mondstadt's flora and fauna that I'll be able to pass on to my peers and students on my return. 2 birds with 1 stone.
How about you, Sino?
I came to ensure Kale's safety.
That's just an excuse. Plain and simple.
Also, there's the matter of a Genius Invocation TCG custom-made card
Skin
back.
custom buat kartu Genius TCG.
So you did have an ulterior motive.
Have you all played Genius Invocation TCG before?
Sudah dong.
And that is why I am proud to call you my friend.
Ini namanya sahabat sejati.
When I first began contemplating getting a new card back, I asked around before eventually deciding to ask the legendary Mr. Kaltz for guidance. A friend of mine, Sawada, whom I played cards with on
Masih dibahas
occasion,
out of topic.
had been to Inazuma for the Irodori festival. He told me that Kaltz was a Mondstadter, so I should try my luck there.
House? Isn't that...
You mean, he's a friend of yours?
House.
I see. So, you came to Mondstadt in search of Calx.
No, that is inaccurate. I came here principally to protect Kale.
You most certainly did not. Kale's been here on the quiet numerous times, and this is the first time you felt the need to join.
Not only me, same applies to you too, doesn't it?
If my writer friend were here now, I'm sure he would describe this curious coincidence as having the makings of a good story. It's always a pleasure to meet a fan.
Oh, here it comes.
Wait, you mean you're Mr. Kalx?
Having my new friends address me by my pen name feels somewhat unusual. Please, just call me Albedo.
Oh, Kalx itu Albedo.
So you're Kalx. Sino's been talking about you non-stop recently. He's intent on getting you to design a bespoke card back for him.
You didn't have to say all that.
I don't usually take private commissions, but I believe
Ember
that
bocor
we
dong.
are friends now, all of us. Our conversations have been deep and interesting, and Sino, your passion for this game is indeed one of a kind. I can see it in your eyes.
Obviously.
Obviously.
And given that you've come all this way from Sumeru to see me, I'd be quite honored to take this commission.
Wow.
Apa
Your
yang klik?
teacher's so nice.
Hah? Maksudnya?
I feel the same about
Reveal.
yours.
Reveal.
Well, they definitely have different
ampun.
personalities, but they're similar when it comes to their
Alis namanya.
character.
Iya tahu Alis.
So, how much should I budget for
Kan
the
pernah di
timeless masterpiece you will
event
produce for me?
Golden Apple Archipelago.
Surely timeless masterpiece is
Muncul lagi nih.
something of an overstatement.
Any artwork fit to appear on the reverse of my card decks is by definition a timeless masterpiece,
Telepon Pantera.
even if I do say so myself.
Don't mind him. These TCG nut jobs are all like this.
Gua ngarep nanti banyak klik bakal jadi
I
playable
see.
karakter sih dimainin.
So,
Iya lah.
this has an almost religious significance. Well, for starters, I'd like to hear a few more of your jokes.
Suaranya.
My jokes? You like them?
I do.
You like that?
Really? I didn't see you
Tadi
laughing.
nggak ada yang ketawa soalnya.
Well,
Nggak ada
the
yang
joke's
ketawa sama
ability
sekali
to induce
ngejokes.
laughter is a separate matter, but I certainly find them fun.
If I might interrupt, does anyone else smell something strange?
Gosong. Mantep.
My nutritional meal!
Will it be okay? Should we go over and take a look too?
Kita belum bicara dengan Sucrose. Coba gua ngobrol sama Kole, sama Cino. Jokes gak?
So,
Gak usah nanti deh
a
bang.
good joke is not necessarily required to make people laugh at them.
Baru kamera ya ampun. Ah salah posisi kamera.
So, a good joke is not necessarily required to make people laugh at them.
Gimana nih? Aduh, Discordnya ganggu. Nah, ketinggian. Dah. Lanjut.
Only the base is burned. We can still use the cooking pot. It just needs a bit of a wash.
Penyihir.
Good thing Tainari's nose is so sharp. Has he been in this kind of situation a lot before?
Jangan sedih terus.
I know, it's just... I'm sorry to disappoint Sino. I guess we'll have to do this again another day. Oh, yes. I'm not sure if you've noticed. Kali seems a little... depressed. I noticed she was in a low mood when everyone was talking.
Aku ngeh kok.
Remember that note she received? I was just thinking. I want to try solving this riddle and giving Kali the chance to accept the blessing.
Oh, yeah! She's someone who needs your help.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Maybe she'll be willing to breathe into my test tube. But anyway, that can wait. As much as I'd like to make progress in my research, I'd prefer to see her smile.
All right, we'll help out too.
You will? Then tell me, honestly, do you think that this prophecy is for real too?
Huh? Right.
Bentar ya.
Alright.
Alright.
Let's meet at the alchemy crafting bench in the city. I've got some thinking to do in the meantime. We're back.
Oh, what a shame. You just missed a joke about windmills.
Stop, please. I don't need to hear it a fifth time.
That bad, huh? Well, now Paimon really wants to hear it for some reason.
Didn't you say you want to see the Dragon of the East at some point? When are you going?
Tomorrow morning.
Tomorrow morning.
And you? What are your plans?
What's your plan?
I'll go into the mountains to have a stroll and collect a few plants as samples.
Oh, perhaps I could join you? I'll be looking for inspiration for these card back illustrations.
Found you!
Ember sama Eula. Kok ada Eula sih?
I knew I was onto something as soon as I saw the fire.
Wow, you have really sharp eyes.
That's an outrider for you.
Uh-oh. Did we break the fire safety rules or something?
Actually, you didn't. Strictly speaking, you should have reported your plans first. But since two of our very own alchemists are here, I'm happy to look the other way. Ah, yes, introductions. I'm Amber, and this is the Reconnaissance Company Captain
Pasukan
Yula, a good friend
gerilya
of mine.
Eula.
Good evening. You are friends of Kale,
Gila,
yes?
udah lama gua
A
nggak dengar
pleasure
suara
to
Eula.
meet you.
Oh, Amber and Eula. The pleasure is ours. I've heard a lot about both of you from Kale.
Oh, really? All positive, I hope.
You asked that last time too. Of course it was positive.
I'd say. We hear the latest news about you every time you write to Kale.
Glad to know we've made a good impression so far. Anyway, we're just here to collect Kale, so don't let us interrupt your chat. Come on, Kale. We're gonna take you to check out a few scenic spots.
Okay, great.
Okay, great.
Still as high energy as always.
You know Amber?
Yes, we've met. She's Kali's most important friend. And for that, we are also very grateful to her.
That's Amber for you. Her outgoing personality means she can make friends with just about anybody.
It's getting late, and we still have a lot lined up tomorrow. I suggest we all head back and get some rest.
Rehat.
All right, I'll start packing up.
Lama juga ya mulai eventnya. Gue masih cerita loh.
Iya, gue juga belum kelar
Get the
nih.
tone deaf bard to check out that note, aren't
45 menit loh. Kayak gue
Guess Paimon knows you
Gua
pretty
bisa.
well, huh? Knowing him, he should be hitting the taverns around this time. We can go corner him and make him answer our questions. Let's move!
Let's move. Cari Fenty. Waduh, gimana tuh?
Go!
Kayak di bar deh.
Yoi.
Bartender Diona. Ini ya. Bart ya sebutannya, Bart. Apa sih?
Bukan bar.
Pengamen bahasa Inggrisnya.
Oh, it's been a while.
Lu pakai bahasa Jepang ya?
Paimon called it tone deaf bard drinking as usual. Put your drink down and get your game face on. We've got some important questions for you, mister.
Mister.
Okay.
Ya, oke. Ramalan misterius ke Fenty.
So, what do you make of it?
Iya, gimana coba lu ceritain?
Aren't you forgetting something? It's the Windblume Festival right now. You can't just go around asking people for help so blatantly.
Well, if you won't tell us the answer, could you at least tell us if this thing's worth a shot?
Sounds to me like you want a hint or two. A fine answer. The person who wrote this prophecy is very powerful. If you manage to solve the riddle, good things are sure to happen. Also,
Tapi
I
gua
happen
bingung
to know
Genshin
where
kok
this lantern
di
is. Once you've found the 4 things,
jadi
I'll
dewa
even write the
Archon
location
ini
down
nggak
for
ada
you. Isn't
pembantunya
that
gitu
generous
loh.
of me?
Whatever. We weren't expecting much from you anyway. You can get back to guzzling wine and blowing wind now.
Oh, woe is me. Paimon sees me as nothing more than a drunken wastrel. There are actually a great many things that we bards are required to do.
Iya, Bart.
It just happens that enjoying life is the most important one. Once this is over, would you like to join me for a drink? You know,
Iya,
a favor for a favor.
Bicara jangan sukros. Jalan. Jalan.
A flower that is not of this world. Not of this world.
Sucrose! We've got some good news and some bad news. Which would you like to hear first?
Let's have the bad news first, I guess.
Huh? Really? Don't most people usually want to hear the good stuff first?
Nah tuh balik orang.
Oh, alright then.
Gidece.
Basically, we went to Windrise to divine the breeze. The wind said that the prophecy is real and that your idea is a really good one.
That doesn't sound like bad news. So what's the real bad news then?
Paimon ate the bad news!
Garing anjir.
Blame Sino. If it's not funny, then it's his fault.
Garingan ular.
It's fine. Well, that puts my mind at rest. Now, back to the other issue I've been mulling over. I was thinking about the flower that is not of this world. It could mean a human-cultivated variety that doesn't occur in nature. But that's basically claiming that it doesn't come from this world in the first place, when actually it's just a variant of an existing breed. So, the initial question is, Can the flower's origins be traced back to a natural organism? If so, it cannot be correctly described as not of this world. But then, supposing we identified something outside of that category, whose job would it be to decide whether it belongs in this world or not? Then the question becomes, do of this world and from this world mean the same thing? Or is it deeper than that?
Whoa, slow down!
Slow
Paimon's
down.
head is already starting to spin!
Okay, I did have one other line of thought as well. What about a flower created using alchemy? Would that be not of this world? Albedo may know the answer, but asking him right away would be like asking the teacher for the answers to your exam paper. It would render our search for the truth meaningless. I'd rather try and figure this out for myself.
Could it be the Windblume?
Oh, now that you mention it, that's definitely a possibility. The Windblume doesn't refer to a specific flower. Everyone defines what it means for themselves. In which case, the Windblume doesn't exist in reality. This does seem like a promising direction. I've made a note. Okay, I better go read up on this.
Yay! Paimon was actually useful this time! Guess we have that sweet madame to
Hoki
thank,
nggak datang
huh?
2 kali.
I'll need some time to prepare. Could we meet up here in, say, 2 days' time?
2 hari
Sure
lagi.
thing. In the meantime, we'll also think about the other 3 riddles in the prophecy. But, since we're really going for this now, shouldn't we say something to Kale about it?
I originally wanted to leave it as a surprise for her, and I also didn't want to get her hopes up over nothing. But you're right, Paimon. I'll need to be careful how I word it. But I'll try to find some time over the next couple days to mention it to her. Alright, thanks so much.
Perjumpaan manusia berbagai bangsa selesai. Oh, eventnya kayak gini ya. Banyak banget.
Yoi.
Ini banyak banget, Cok.
Bako.
Gila. Keren banget. Lupa gua screenshot lagi. Buka lagi, muncul lagi nggak ya? Oh, nggak dong. Oke guys, mungkin sekian dulu untuk recording kali ini. Like, comment, and subscribe this channel. Gitu Cok, Cok. Kayak gue agak malu gitu ya. Guys, see you later, bye. Sejam loh ini. Ada yang gila sih bener.
3 giga anjir.
Angin yang mengejar bunga. Nyanyian angin merdu. Wah. Potret angin semilir. Windblume kamera. Sejam loh. Oke deh.